Hi everybody, my name is Monica and I'm here to talk to you about healthy foods in schools. How many of you are parents or grandparents or thinking about having children someday? Well, most of you probably answered yes to that question. And if I asked you if you thought that our children were the future, you'd probably agree with that statement as well. Well, since our kids carry the torch for us, we need to make sure that we're doing the right things. And one important building block to successful children and a successful legacy is to make sure that they're strong and healthy. And one way to do that is by making sure that they get healthy food in the place where they're at all day long. School. So let me tell you a little story about my kids. I was tired of asking them about lunch and getting the usual answer of, I skipped it because it was gross, or I got chips and candy at the snack bar. Well, this isn't acceptable to me. And I wish I could just send them with healthy food every single day. But because of financial and time restraints, it's not always possible for me to do that. And it would be nice to be able to send our kids off to school as tax-paying parents and know that they're getting a decent meal and they're not tempted by junk foods. And anyways, there's nothing bad that can come from healthy eating in schools and healthy options in schools. So let me tell you what. Providing healthy food options in school can only benefit students, parents, and the schools. So according to the American Diabetes Association, kids that eat healthy maintain a healthy weight, which in turn increases their chance of avoiding heart disease and the very increasing diabetes. Also, according to a Cornell PhD, his name is Dr. David Just, and he is a part of the Center for Behavioral Economics in Child Nutrition Program. He explains that students that are healthy are better learners. So for instance, they're better at test scores. This is good for students and parents and schools, and we all know that better tests mean more funding for the schools. Also, he points out that not only are they better learners, but they get better grades, which is a better learner. But anyways, they get better grades and they have better attendance. This is great for students and parents as well, for whatever, going to college, everything. As we look further a little bit, the Center for Disease Control also talks a little bit about how academic success in America's youth is strongly linked to health through all their research that they've done. They point out that children are more prepared for college, they're more prepared for adulthood, they're more healthy and successful as adults, and for the meantime, and even later in life, they feel good about themselves. And feeling good about themselves is especially good for students who spend their whole day at school. And while at school, they're there to learn, and they pick up habits. So providing food in school encourages healthy habits and encourages healthy choices in eating when there's food that's good, that's available to them. And it's only natural to expect that kids are going to pick up habits there. That's what they went for. They went to learn, they went to be with people and to pick up habits. Some people say that it's the parents' responsibility solely to make sure that they get a healthy diet. And I agree completely. So that's why as parents, we need to make sure that where they're at all day, they're getting good choices and good nutrition. And this will give them a chance to pick up good habits all the way around. After all, kids go to learn. So why can't the schools be good teachers? So here's an example how schools can be good teachers. For instance, many times families depend on schools and other parents and the communities to help them out with keeping their kids healthy. Let me explain. Providing healthy food in the cafeteria helps low-income families because low-income families, according to FRAC, and this is the Food Research and Action Center, low-income families are more likely to have overweight children. And some factors for this include the availability of food that's offered in the schools and in their neighborhoods as well. Sometimes parents don't or can't provide their children with healthy foods, maybe because of their financial situation, and sometimes it's because the knowledge of the healthiness of the foods in school. So this leaves many kids dependent on a lot of their meals at school, and they're dependent on the school for all their meals, or at least 2 of them. So if they're getting breakfast and lunch at school, and these foods that maybe they chose or was just available lack nutrition or have added sugars, those children are not going to benefit from a healthy diet. This is an opportunity to help kids no matter what their home situation is. They can't help it. We should try to help them out too. And finally, students already have options at schools, so why not make them healthy options instead of good versus bad? Let's give them a break here and just tell them, hey, this is what you should be eating. So providing healthy food options only may mean banning the junk food and letting our children have a break from that. Most schools have vending machines and snack bars, and most of the food available in those things are definitely filled with sugars and added preservatives and added things, and provide very limited to zero nutritional value. The added junk food available in schools can really wreck a child's health, and this is according to the American Association for Diabetes. And they say that diabetes is a direct disease, or it's a disease that is a direct result of the trend of foods that are added with sugar and preservatives. So this is a trend all around, but this is widely available, so it is available in schools too. So we need to watch that for them. This could mean their health. So kids may have the options to make foods, but why give them the option of good and bad, like I said before? They have to choose between junk and non-junk food, but no one's there to stop them from making that choice. Maybe some kids will, maybe some won't, but why risk it? I don't want to have to ask my kids and know that they just had a Snickers bar for lunch or whatever. That doesn't make me feel good, and it's I feel kind of helpless when I'm at home or at work and I'm not there. I can't change that. I can tell them, but whether they'll do it, kids are strong, they'll do what you say. But if you're not there, it's easier to make sure that those are available in school and to ensure that they are healthy. I don't want my kid to be sick. So I conclude with some suggestions today that parents and other concerned family members can do to encourage positive changes in the healthy school environment. So, according to the National Institute of Diabetes, Digestion, and Kidney Disease, they encourage parents to ask questions about the food programs that are available in schools and what they have available to purchase. So if you don't know what's going on with the food, you can look at the calendar. You could just make yourself known, ask questions. The CDC also has a lot of recommendations, such as becoming involved and support school and health activities. Become a member in your school organizations, such as PTA, health, or wellness councils. Help organize or become involved in an action group to change policy and educate others. And finally, talk to parents about the importance of the healthy school environment and how you can make healthy food changes in your school. And also, make sure you go to the cdc.gov if you want more detailed information about how to be involved or to stay updated on how things are going. Our children are what we're betting on for the future. So let's give them the best chance that we can give them and the best start that we can give them. Our children, for our children, life is hard enough. Why throw in those extra barriers and obstacles for them? Let's make them the best that they can be. Habits start from early on, and habits start from childhood. And according to Benjamin Franklin, one of our founding fathers, he said that it's easier to prevent habits than it is to break them. And I truly believe that. So let's start our kids out right. And thanks for listening.